Most of the time, history is just there, minding its own business. People walk over it, build on top of it, and never think twice. Then something small happens. Someone digs. Ice melts. A strange shape shows up where it shouldn't. And suddenly you start realizing we don't actually know as much as we think we do. Old places come back into view. Old questions show up again. Some things make sense. A lot of them don't. And in this video, you're going to see some ancient discoveries from different parts of the world. So come closer and start the video with us. Number 15, Dovbush Rocks, Ukraine. Hidden deep within the Carpathian Mountains lies the strange cave network known as Dovbush Rocks. At first glance, the carved chambers feel like something born from myth, and legends happily filled the gaps. Locals long believed these caves sheltered Olexa Dovbush, an 18th century folk hero who robbed wealthy traders and vanished into the mountains. The story stuck. The name followed. Archaeology, however, tells a quieter truth. There's no evidence Dovbush ever used the site. Instead, historians now believe Eastern Christian monks carved many of the chambers centuries earlier, transforming the cliffs into a hidden monastic complex. Narrow passages, prayer niches, and living cells suggest long-term religious use rather than outlaw hideouts. Natural erosion shaped some caves, but human hands clearly expanded others with purpose and patience. Whether sanctuary or monastery, the rocks reflect something deeply human, the need to disappear, reflect, and survive where few would dare to look. Number 14. Joya De Ceren, El Salvador. Often called the Pompeii of the Americas, Joya De Ceren tells a remarkably humane story. Around the 7th century, a volcanic eruption buried this Maya farming village beneath thick ash, freezing daily life in place. Unlike Pompeii, however, death wasn't the headline. An earthquake struck hours before the eruption, giving residents time to flee. What remained were sleeping mats, tools, storage jars, and even religious idols, left exactly where they were last used. Archaeologists gained something rare, an untouched snapshot of ordinary lives rather than elite monuments. Homes reveal food preparation habits, crop storage, and family layouts with startling clarity. Excavations began in 1988 and continue today, slowly revealing more of the village with careful precision. Each uncovered structure adds detail to how common people lived, worshipped, and worked. It's disaster archaeology without tragedy, proof that sometimes survival leaves behind the most valuable evidence. Number 13. Rupac, Peru. High above Peru's Huaro province sits Rupac, a cloud-wrapped settlement often called the Machu Picchu of Lima. Built by the pre-Incan Atavilos culture, the site features more than 50 stone buildings, ceremonial chulpas, and a large central plaza. Its layout suggests both religious importance and permanent residence. Evidence points to occupation as early as the 8th century, followed by abandonment and later resettlement. By the 12th century, the Atavilos had fully established the complex, remaining there until the Inca absorbed the region in the 1500s. The Inca didn't erase Rupac. They repurposed parts of it, layering authority over tradition. What makes Rupac special isn't just elevation or architecture, it's continuity. Cultures rose, fell, returned, and adapted on the same mountaintop, leaving behind a stone record of resilience rather than conquest. Number 12. Makia Settlement, Qatar. In February 2022, archaeologists confirmed something once considered impossible. An ancient settlement deep in the Qatari desert. Nicknamed Makia, meaning the invisible place, the site dates back roughly 3,600 years. No ruins rise from the sand. No walls greet the eye. The discovery came through radar satellite imagery while researchers searched for underground water sources. Soil composition told the real story. Landscaped earth, altered textures, and signs of planting where none should exist. Thousands of people likely lived here, using groundwater to survive brutal heat that still reaches extreme temperatures today. Historians once believed this region supported only nomadic movement, never permanent communities. Makia challenges that assumption entirely. It proves adaptation came earlier than expected and that ancient people understood desert engineering far better than previously thought. Sometimes civilization leaves monuments. Sometimes it leaves fingerprints beneath the sand. Well, the next one is number 11. Gandara Rock Art, Pakistan. Carved along ancient trade routes in northern Pakistan, the rock art near Shatial Bridge forms one of the world's most overlooked historical records. Located in the Gandara region, more than 1,000 inscriptions and images line cliff faces that were once traveled by Silk Road merchants, pilgrims, and missionaries. Created between the 3rd and 7th centuries, these carvings feature early Indian, Iranian, and even Chinese writing. Buddhism dominated the region at the time, reflected in images of stupas and bodhisattvas etched into stone. Older carvings push the timeline back further, depicting prehistoric hunters chasing ibex and mountain goats. Together, they form a layered diary of movement, belief, and survival across centuries. Despite its importance, the site remains under-investigated. Every carving marks a human passing through, leaving proof they were here, even if history forgot to listen. Number 10. Lost Book of Deer Monastery, Scotland. Grass, silence, and nothing else. That's all visible north of Aberdeen. Yet beneath that quiet field, medieval devotion resurfaced. After centuries of searching, archaeologists finally located the monastery linked to the Book of Deer using ground-penetrating radar. No standing walls survived, no stones marked the outline. Only faint subsurface traces revealed the structure's footprint. This was the place where monks penned one of the earliest examples of written Scottish Gaelic during the 11th century. Most of the manuscript appears in Latin, but its Gaelic notes changed linguistic history forever. The book itself has rested in Cambridge since 1715, while its birthplace vanished from memory. That disconnect lasted nearly 1,000 years. Technology finally reunited text and place, proving that absence doesn't mean erasure. Some sites wait patiently until the tools catch up. Number 9. St. Nicholas Tomb, Demre, Turkey. Christmas mythology collided with archaeology beneath a mosaic floor in southern Turkey. Inside St. Nicholas Church, electronic surveys detected a sealed chamber hidden below ornate stone tiles. The location mattered. Demre is widely accepted as the birthplace of St. Nicholas, the historical figure behind Santa Claus. Until 2017, popular belief placed the burial site far away, with Italy claiming ownership of the bones. The discovery challenged that narrative entirely. Removing the mosaic required extreme care, slowing excavation, but preserving priceless artwork. Legends long insisted the body had been moved after the Crusades, yet evidence now points to the tomb never leaving Demre at all. That revelation raises uncomfortable questions about what rests inside famous reliquaries elsewhere. Faith, tourism, and tradition suddenly face archaeological friction. Even beloved folklore occasionally meets a shovel. Number 8. Titanosaur embryo, Patagonia. Inside a fossilized egg from Patagonia, something unprecedented appeared. Not fragments, not impressions. A fully three-dimensional dinosaur embryo, preserved from 80 million years ago. This Titanosaur specimen offered revelations instantly. Eye placement revealed depth perception, a trait previously unconfirmed. The facial structure exhibited horn-like protrusions that appeared early in development and later disappeared with growth. Skull differences raised eyebrows, distinct enough to suggest an unknown subspecies. Scientists delayed naming conclusions, cautious of rewriting classification too quickly. No other sauropod embryo has ever survived in this condition. The egg functioned like a biological time capsule, answering questions never meant to be asked. Evolution rarely offers clarity this clear. One fragile shell delivered insight spanning millions of years, proving that even giants begin small and occasionally leave perfect clues behind. So let's head to Number 7. Giant sauropod thigh bone, France. Buried beneath layers of sediment in southwestern France, a single bone shifted scientific expectations overnight. Measuring over 6 feet long, this massive thigh bone emerged at the Antikythera excavation site in 2019. Its size immediately pointed toward a colossal sauropod from the Jurassic period, roughly 140 million years ago. Muscle attachment scars and tendon impressions remained clearly visible, a rarity for fossils of this scale. Nearby, a large pelvic bone appeared, though its condition left uncertainty about whether it belonged to the same animal. From the femur alone, researchers estimated a body weight approaching 50 tons. Despite the intimidating proportions, plant matter would have dominated its diet. Sauropods favored vegetation, not flesh. The bone's structural integrity surprised experts, as fossils this large often collapse under geological pressure. Instead, this specimen held firm, preserving anatomical detail that textbooks rarely get to illustrate. Number 6. Ice Age Bear, Russian Arctic. Melting permafrost on the Lyakovsky Islands revealed a site rarely encountered intact. An Ice Age bear emerged with teeth, gums, fur, and even nasal tissue preserved. Estimated to be between 20,000 and 40,000 years old, the animal belonged to a species no longer walking the planet. Reindeer herders discovered the carcass as warming temperatures exposed long frozen ground. Scientists from Northeastern Federal University took custody of the examination. Preservation quality surpassed expectations, offering direct access to soft tissue normally lost to time. The bear showed no signs of modern scavenging, suggesting rapid freezing shortly after death. Climate shifts made the discovery possible, altering Arctic landscapes and exposing deep biological archives locked beneath ice for tens of thousands of years. Number 5. Bamberg Roman Roundhouse, England. Towering above the Northumberland coast, Bamberg Castle already carried 8 centuries of stone and conflict. What lay beneath it doubled that timeline. Volunteer archaeologists working at the site uncovered circular stone foundations dating back nearly 2,000 years, pointing to a Roman-era roundhouse hidden directly below the medieval fortress. The structure sits north of Hadrian's Wall, an area once fortified against Pictish movement. Its layout suggests defensive or logistical use, though its purpose remains debated. An unexpected detail complicated interpretations, a dense concentration of periwinkle shells embedded in the soil. Such deposits hint at heavy seafood consumption, raising questions about whether soldiers, coastal workers, or fishing groups occupied the structure. The discovery reshaped assumptions about continuity at Bamberg, revealing that the hill served strategic importance long before castles claimed the skyline. Number 4. La Union Slave Ship, Mexico. Off the coast of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, sonar surveys identified a wreck tied to one of the darkest chapters of the 19th century. Archaeologists from National Institute of Anthropology and History linked the vessel to La Union, a paddle steamboat used to transport captured Maya people to Cuba during the Caste War. Although slavery had been outlawed in Mexico, forced contracts stripped prisoners of legal protection. In 1861, a boiler explosion sent the ship to the seafloor near Sisal. The wreck's location matched archival descriptions of the disaster. Structural damage aligned with internal blast forces rather than combat. The site now anchors physical evidence to a practice often buried beneath paperwork and silence, placing industrial machinery alongside human exploitation in one submerged frame. Number 3. Captain Matthew Flinders' burial, London. Rail expansion in London peeled back layers that few expected to touch again. Ahead of HS2 construction, archaeologists surveyed St. James's Gardens near Euston Station and uncovered a lead coffin marked with a name long separated from its location. Captain Matthew Flinders, the first European to circumnavigate Australia, had been interred there after passing in 1814. His grave marker vanished decades later during railway expansion, erasing surface reference to the burial site. A statue installed inside Euston Station unknowingly stood close by. Identification came through coffin plates and archival correlation, reconnecting explorer and place after 2 centuries of dislocation. Infrastructure development unexpectedly bridged navigation history with modern transit planning. Number 2. Antikythera mechanism, Greece. Pulled from a shipwreck off a Greek island, corroded bronze fragments initially looked meaningless. Decades later, imaging technology revealed precision gearwork hidden inside. The Antikythera mechanism turned out to be an ancient analog device capable of predicting eclipses, planetary motion, and celestial cycles. Built over 2,000 years ago, it used differential gears not seen again until medieval clocks. Its sophistication stunned historians. Nothing remotely comparable appeared for another millennium. The mechanism implied advanced mathematical knowledge, mechanical engineering, and astronomical observation working together in ways previously thought impossible for the ancient world. Whoever built it possessed understanding far beyond surviving texts. The shipwreck context suggests the device was being transported, not displayed, hinting that similar instruments may once have existed elsewhere. Bronze rust erased most traces. This one survived by accident, quietly dismantling assumptions about ancient science. Number 1. Sanxingdui bronze masks, China. In Sichuan province, excavation pits revealed faces staring back from 3,000 years ago. Oversized bronze masks with protruding eyes, exaggerated ears, and sharp features bore no resemblance to known Chinese artistic traditions. The Sanxingdui artifacts belong to a powerful Bronze Age culture previously absent from historical records. Gold masks, towering statues, and ceremonial objects suggested wealth, advanced metallurgy, and strong symbolic identity. The civilization vanished abruptly, leaving no written explanation. Flooding, migration, or political collapse remain debated. What's certain is influence without documentation. Sanxingdui demonstrated that early Chinese history wasn't singular or linear. Multiple advanced societies developed simultaneously, some disappearing without a textual trace. Bronze casting techniques found here rivaled any contemporary culture. History had simply skipped a chapter. Excavation forced it back into view. So yeah, that's the crazy video, right? All of this was sitting there long before anyone noticed. Not hidden on purpose, just ignored or missed or buried over time. And what's wild is that this isn't rare. Stuff like this keeps turning up because people keep looking in new ways. Some of it clears things up, some of it makes things more confusing. If you like this video, then don't forget to press the subscribe button for future updates. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.